Hey you, yeah you, the one that's about to watch this video. You didn't hear about it? I just launched my new Instagram, Juan Gotti Sports Network. Go ahead, go over there and give me a follow. It's free, and we cover anything DC sports related or anything sports related from all major sports, whether that's MLB, NHL, NBA, or NFL. I promise you won't regret it. We cover everything, whether you're a Knicks fan and you're a Giants fan, whether you're a Redskins fan. Although we are DC sports here as fans, we do cover every other sports league and every other sports team. So go ahead and give me a follow. I promise you won't regret it. Link in the description. Wow, but this is my second time recording this video, bruh. I literally was just in the middle of me talking and it cuts off. So now, I gotta re-record this video, bruh. Anyways, YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with another video, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about what to expect from the Washington Redskins or the Washington football team in 2020. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. But before we do, make sure you guys go down below, leave a like on this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington football team. And let's get straight into today's video. So, what to expect from the Washington football team in 2020. We already went over what to expect from the coaches in 2020 as far as Ron Rivera and Jack Del Rio. Those links will be in the description to those videos, so if you guys want to check those out, I'll greatly appreciate it. But what to expect from the players in 2020, I really believe it's going to be a team that's going to be really, really good. Honestly, I do. And my terms are really good. It's probably doubling the win total. No, I'm not saying we're going to go out here and be 10-6, 11-5 and win the Super Bowl and make the playoffs, but I just believe that we're twinning into that direction. Maybe give me a year or two and we'll be in the playoffs. But now, like I said, don't be surprised if we make the playoffs or not. If we do make the playoffs, I guarantee, don't be surprised that it happens, because I'm telling you, I want us to make the playoffs, but I'm just being realistic as a fan. Don't be surprised. Like I said already, I really believe that Dwayne Haskins can win MVP this year. He's been working his tail off, lost 20 pounds. Last time we did a weight update on Dwayne Haskins, he was 219. Now he is 216. So the guy is still working. And coming from an Eagles fan, my brother's or my friend's cousin is an Eagles fan. He went to take pictures for Dwayne Haskins, not his personal picture taker in IMAR or his personal photographer in IMAR, but it was another guy there that's with him. I'm not an Eagles fan, because I said as an Eagles fan, I'm not an Eagles fan. You clearly tell I'm a Redskins fan, but the Eagles fan that was taking the pictures were there, and he said it scares me being an Eagles fan that Dwayne Haskins is looking like this. He looks real scary. He could sling that thing, like we already knew. But honestly, I believe that Dwayne Haskins is really a candidate for MVP. Like I said, call me crazy now, but in 9 months when that happens, I'll come on here and talk my trash. But if it doesn't happen, I'll gladly accept a roast session, honestly, because I put myself in that predicament. But that just shows you how much faith I have in my quarterback. Honestly, it should. So now that we have Dwayne Haskins out the way, reason why I believe that this team is going to be so much better is just that we had all the toxic out the way, out the company, or out the team, I should say. We got Bruce Allen out of there. We got the whole training staff out of there, and we got the players that didn't want to be a part of the plan out of there, such as Trent Williams and Quentin Dunbar. So now that we got everybody out the way and we're focused, I believe there's going to be a better team and not for so the rookies, because I feel like the rookies are going to suffer the most. Probably not Chase Young, but the later rounds and the undrafted free agents like the James Smith-Williams and the Thad Moss and all the other undrafted free agents, they're going to suffer the most, only because that they clearly weren't drafted for a reason, or they were drafted late for a reason. And now and this is going to be for all the players and all the rookies especially, but I'm just talking strictly for the later rounds and the undrafted guys. It's going to hurt their chances the most to make the team, because we are going to have a training camp, but we didn't have no rookie mini camps. We're having little to no preseason. The NFL is still considering not having a preseason at all, but as of right now, as I'm recording this June 11th or July 11th, sorry about that, we're having a 2-game playoff stretch or season. So, or play a preseason season, 2-game preseason schedule. So, with that being said, it's going to hurt the chances of Thad Moss in the later rounds, like the James Smith-Williams, the Carmen Kurz, the Kalechi Hudsons, to make the team. I believe that Kalechi Hudson is going to make the team, but it's just going to hurt. It's going to make them have to work extra hard in training camp. Honestly, it is. So, with that being said, the coaching staff, like I already talked about them, I just believe that this coaching staff is really believing in this team, and they really want this team to win. And John Allen and Matt Ioannidis are the voices of this defense. And the defense, we already know how crazy the defense is. Ron Rivera, I just love how he brings that military background and that toughness to this team. He doesn't take no BS. I'm really happy that we finally have a coach in Washington that doesn't take no BS. A coach that's going to get up in your face like he did in Carolina. And a lot of people were mad about he benched Cam Newton for the first, I would say, play or drive. I think it was the first play. It's only because he didn't have a tie. And I know people are like, well, he didn't have a tie, so you're going to bench him. But that shows you how much of a disciplinarian he is. You know, we haven't had that in D.C. in some time now. It's been a long, long time. Point an example here. A few years ago when the Redskins had a joint scrimmage with the Jets during training camp, the Jets and the Redskins broke out into a fight. And Todd Bowles, shout out to Todd Bowles. We wanted him to be a defensive coordinator here for a point in time. But unfortunately, we didn't get to bring him here. He shout out to Todd Bowles, though. He made the Jets run, and he had some disciplining for their consequences, or he had some consequences for their actions by making them run. And what did good old Jay Gruden do? Nothing to the Redskins. So now that we have a disciplinarian here on the coaching the team, this is going to make the players, respond more in a better way. I guarantee you, people like to clown Dwayne Haskins for taking that selfie. I guarantee you, if Ron Rivera was the coach, he wouldn't be taking those selfies. He'll be on that field for the last snap of the game. So, like being said, I'm just getting that out the way only because, a lot of people like to clown us for having that one moment. That's literally seems like that they all brag about. Oh, well, Dwayne Haskins, instead of him being on the field his last play of the game for getting his first win of the season, oh, Daniel Jones didn't do this. Daniel Jones didn't, when he got his first win, he wasn't taking selfies. Okay, it happened. It's a mistake. But you guys, that's all it just seems like they hang on. That's all they seem to have their hats hang on is to say Dwayne Haskins, oh, he taking pictures during the last play of the game. He should have been out there. Yeah, you're right, he should have, but he wasn't. So get that out your mind. This defense, like I said, we already spoke on the defense. John Allen, Matt Ioannidis. I believe that John Allen is the best D tackle on this team, honestly. I know Matt Ioannidis came off his best season and he's really, really good. But I'm talking as far as a leader. You know what I mean? That voice. I don't see Matt Ioannidis being that voice guy, that guy that's going to be like, hey, come on, going to hype the guys up. I see John Allen more of that. Now, you could throw John Bostic in there because he was the leader of the defense last year. And I always get, not clowned, but people always tell me I forget about Reuben Foster. And it's not that I forget about Reuben Foster. It's just that when I make these videos, I'm real. I don't write none of this stuff down. I go off my brain because I'm really a smart guy when it comes to football. I remember a lot of things. So I sometimes Reuben Foster slips my mind just because I haven't seen him playing so long. But if we can get Reuben Foster back this year, it's going to be huge for this defense, I guarantee you. This defense is already scary, and people are forgetting about Reuben Foster. But if we can get Reuben Foster back, whoo, that's going to be so nasty. Reuben Foster, Sean Dion working together. We know how they were in Alabama. Then I want to talk about the secondary. The secondary is somewhat of the weakest link, but people telling me I need to stop sleeping on Sean Davis. I haven't seen it, but hopefully, and I'm really praying that he can prove me wrong, because if he can prove me wrong, I'll come on here and apologize to Sean Davis. But right now, I just don't see what the hype is, but people are trying to slowly turn me into a Sean Davis fan, which I'm slowly but surely going to become. Like the same for Logan Thomas. Ron Rivera loves Logan Thomas for some apparent reason, and obviously they know something that we don't. So I can't wait to see how this team forms out in 2020. But in my opinion, I just believe that we're going to have a better season than last year. We're going to have a way more better coach, in my opinion, only because he actually cares. I'm not saying Jay Gruden didn't care, but he actually is going to try to be your coach and not your friend. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, but you got to know from, a difference between a friend and a coach, someone that's going to lead by example. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about this one thing and that stood out to me by Ron Rivera in particular. a couple days ago, the guys at the Burgundy Zone, shout out to the Burgundy Zone, they're a new upcoming YouTube channel that covers the Redskins. I'll leave that link in the description. Shout out to them. They did an interview with Morgan Moses. Morgan Moses, he said that his dad, his dad died a couple months back, and Ron Rivera was the first one to reach out to him, and that really made him feel some type of way, in a good way, knowing that he actually cared. And Ron Rivera is that kind of guy. A couple years ago when he played, when he was still the coach of Carolina, I think it was Devin Funchess, don't quote me on it, but he sat down with someone and was talking to them about it, about some situation that they had going on, and he really made them feel there, and made them feel as though, like, my coach really cares. So that really showed you the kind of guy that Ron Rivera is, and I'm really happy that we have him here in DC, and I believe that he can lead this team to something great. Honestly, it might take a year or two. It might take more than 2-3 years, but you just got to stay down. Everything doesn't happen overnight. Although I'm a fan and I believe that it can happen overnight, hey, now you got to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. That's what I'm doing. That's been my approach all offseason. Due to the name change, I don't think it's going to affect anything too much. Dwayne Haskins came out and said it himself. I just want to play football, to be honest. LOL. I don't really care what the name is. John Allen said he likes the Wolf Pack or the Red Wolves. So the name doesn't really, care to me too much. As long as we can maybe keep the R. We're somewhat going away from the Native American theme, so hopefully the Warriors aren't going to be the name, because we're going to be getting forever overshadowed by the Golden State Warriors because they're such a dynasty. Hopefully something with an R, but if it's not, oh well. As long as the team can stay in Washington and as long as we're still have the same players, I'm going to be fine. Now, the last thing I want to talk about here was the offense, and, guys like Terry McLaurin and Kelvin Harmon. I really expect big things out of them this upcoming year, especially Kelvin Harmon. You guys know Kelvin Harmon's my favorite receiver on this team. I really love Kelvin Harmon, man. I really believe that he slept on, and he was really unappreciated. I'm not going to say underappreciated, but, underlooked, only because Terry McLaurin is so great and he took the shine. I really believe that Kelvin Harmon could be the true number 2 besides one Terry McLaurin, and I cannot wait to see what Kelvin Harmon has in store for us in 2020. So with that being said, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to the Redskins, and turn on post notifications so you get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, or in this case, our Washington Redskins. Yes, I'm still saying Washington Redskins, or for the people that's already over it, the Washington football team. Hail to the Washington football team. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys would expect from those Washington football team in 2020. Do you see the name being as a big distraction going into 2020? I personally don't. As long as we can get it done before the training camp or before preseason, I don't see it being as a big distraction. I don't even think some of these players really care about the name. As long as they're still getting a paycheck and as long as they're still playing football with their brothers. So with that being said, what do you expect from the Washington Redskins in 2020? I believe that we're going to double our wins and maybe make the playoffs. Like I said, don't be surprised if it happens. I gave you my opinion about it. Now the floor is yours. Hail to the Redskins. Hail to the Washington football team. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.